Welcome back for the final part of our E3 discussion. We'll be talking about the Nintendo 3DS conference and what we thought of E3 2012 in general. Everyone's here again for the last one except for Ted because he went back to the motherland. So yeah.
Africa?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, man.
It's the shop, man. That's not Africa.
Same thing. Alright, so yeah, let's start off. 3DS conference, general thoughts. Brad, what did you think?
I thought it was decent. I like the fact that they went into detail about like Paper Mario, which is the one 3DS game they revealed yesterday that I was really iffy about with the whole sticker system. And I'm really pleased that they're finally getting fucking demos up on the eShop. Like, the demos they've gotten up so far have been retardedly stupid, like stupid-ass download games. I don't want a demo of those. I want demos of goddamn actual titles, and they're actually finally doing it, and I'm really happy about that.
Alright. Samir, how about you?
Wait, what?
Just general thoughts about the conference.
Out of all the conferences, this is the only one that actually talked about games.
Yeah, totally. I can agree with you with that. Like, yeah, like, when the guy said, I'm going to go play video games now, that's all I've ever wanted to hear someone say during a conference.
You know what they didn't talk about? Animal Crossing.
Fuck you. Fuck you, 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 fuck you.
It doesn't need to be spoken about. It's a shitty game. Shitty franchise.
No, it isn't. It's a good franchise. I mean,
It's a
sure
Harvest
that...
Moon ripoff.
No, it isn't. That's Rune Factory.
Same thing. They're all the same.
No. No.
Yes.
No.
Yep.
No, they're completely different. You don't even farm.
Oh, see, now it's even worse. You can't even farm.
No, because Animal Crossing is about farming. Well, maybe farming in a different way for like furniture and shit, but it's about making a town and meeting friendly animal villagers and having fun. Apparently something that all of you hate.
And apparently Nintendo, because it wasn't in this conference.
Oh, yeah.
Well, most of us regularly visit B, so no fun is allowed at B.
I know, I do too, but still. I'm like the 1% that likes fun.
Alright, but what did you like about the conference? Or, thoughts, whatever.
I mean, I liked how they got straight to the point with their video games. Definitely looking forward to the new Paper Mario. I mean, I'm disappointed that they're not using the badge system that they kind of discarded after, well, the 1,000-year door. But I'm sure that the sticker system will be awesome.
I miss the stage and the audiences.
I do too. I mean, it's kind of weird that they're not using the star points anymore to level up, but at the same time, it's not like you can go find Amazy Daisies and grind on them for like 5 hours and be max level and make the game retardedly easy.
Yeah. Alright. Fatty, how about you?
I don't know. I mean, I like the conference, but since I don't own a 3DS, most of these things don't really mean much to me. I liked though how everyone said that they just went to the point and they had a lot of gameplay, which is something that I really missed in a lot of the E3 press conferences. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good one. The games I really liked though was Castlevania, just because I remember playing a lot of old Castlevanias. So the new Castlevania game looks pretty sick. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Oh yeah. Alright. Dislikes. Alright. Fatty, what did you not like about it?
I don't know. The Pokemon Black and White version too. I wanted to see gameplay of that, and they didn't really show any.
Well, they had some gameplay already released, but I don't think it was like worth mentioning showing again. What's been shown, like through internet and stuff.
Oh, I haven't really. This is the first time I'm hearing of it. So.
All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty behind on 3DS titles.
Look. Ellie, how about you?
No Animal Crossing. Besides that, I thought that they took a lot of time explaining the new Disney Epic Mickey game. I mean, it seems alright, but it kind of dragged on. It's like, oh, this is gonna be our story, and it's gonna have this and that and that. It's like, yeah, that's cool. Can we talk about some Nintendo games?
Okie doke. Brad, how about you?
I don't like that there was really nothing new shown. Like, all the stuff that they showed was things that we already knew existed at the very least, and also
thanks to the conference. Well, to the fact sheets, right?
Well, no, not even that. Like, the only game that was kind of new was the Castlevania Lords of Shadow thing. Everything else was like pre-existing knowledge that was it either existed and we've seen stuff on it, or we already knew it was coming stateside. Like, there was no like big like this game. We're bringing this over. We're localizing this game. This is a never before seen title. There's really nothing.
You just want Professor Layton versus.
Yes, I do. Fuck you.
Okay, yeah, Professor Layton and the Phoenix Wright crossover. I want that really bad, but then they have to dub it as well.
I don't care. Do it. But
we'll just wait for like a translated patch or something. I mean, I'm sure someone will do it.
Alright.
But yeah, there was just really nothing spectacular about it. It was good, not spectacular.
Alright. Samir, how about you?
You know what I did not like?
The guy.
the guy.
That guy.
The Asian guy talking about
Yes.
Epic Mickey.
His monotone voice, the way his mouth didn't move with the rest of his face, and the fact that he looked dead inside. It's just, I didn't like that at all.
The way he rustled your jimmies. Oh god,
yeah.
that sounds terrible. You finish this bite of fruit salad. Alright.
Okay, I would just like to mention that one other thing I dislike is that there's still no Mother 3 in America. And that's Reggie's fault.
Go.
I think they should just like if they don't want to like do any like publishing like as in physical copies, I think they should at least have download if they're gonna do like
exactly, or Mother 1, 2, 3 compilation.
That'd be cool. Or 3D remake.
That would be also good. Well, considering, I don't know how well that would go, because when they tried doing that with Earthbound 64, it didn't go so hot.
Yeah, but if they like kept the style, like kind of like that, I don't know, like kind of like the claymation like art they use for like box art and stuff, that could be cool.
Yeah.
Alright, stuff I didn't like, I wasn't really digging Super Mario Bros. Well, New Super Mario Bros. 2, since they're having so much of an emphasis on coins. I mean, coins has always been like something, you know, if it's there, you'll go slightly out of your way, but it's never been the most important thing in the game. Basically, you're just supposed to get to the end. But now they want you to do a lot of like backtracking and like exploring throughout like, you know, the very linear stages. But I don't get what's the like important thing that you would get if you get 100. Oh wait, no, 1,000,000 coins. I don't see the point. And
well, when you get 1,000,000, you get a message from the channel saying you wasted your life getting 1,000,000 coins.
That's depressing. Besides that, I don't know. I guess it was alright. And alright, final thoughts and ratings. Fatty, go.
Overall, I thought it was really good. I feel like, you know, they really showed a lot of good games. I don't know, I guess I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. It was just really good overall. You know, they got to the point and they showed a lot of gameplay, which is good. So,
Alright.
yeah.
Samir?
I give it was okay. Aside from that one Asian guy. Not because he was Asian, just because that guy. making sure.
Alright, Elly?
I'll give it a B, just because they brought back the fucking action figure,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was pretty solid.
Alright, Brad?
Is this a grade for just this conference or Nintendo as a whole?
Just this conference.
This conference, I'm going to give it a C plus or a B. It was a good conference, it was a solid conference, and there's a lot of good things that they brought to the table, but there was still no wow factor. Like, the biggest thing in my eyes that they brought was the fact that they're finally putting demos up, and they should have been doing that for like 6 months now. But yeah, solid like C plus B.
Alright, point taken. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 6 because I thought it was a very good, solid presentation. Like every game that they showed off, I thought was rather good. Like start off Castlevania, that looks pretty good. Then it was Epic Mickey, although there was a lot of pandering. The game looked rather solid. All the other stuff looked pretty alright. So yeah. Alright. So now that's out of the way, let's talk about E3 in general. Even though there's still like one more day, I think. Like all conferences are done, so I think we got the good big chunk of it. So, okay. So, is there any stuff that you learned from E3 that you think? Oh, okay. What's the most impressive thing you saw throughout all of E3? Elly, let's start with you.
Probably Ubisoft's conference. I'm sorry, but Ubisoft 23 for me.
Oh, are we
They had really solid, like, just games. I mean, you have Watch Dogs, you have Rayman Legends, you have Assassin's Creed 3, and then other retarded games that no one gives a shit about. But still, they just seem really fun, and especially for Watch Dogs, that came out of nowhere.
Alright, speaking of Watch Dogs, let's actually talk a bit about that. I still haven't seen the trailer for it. But
Hasn't? Watch it!
I want to. I'll do it
Do
after
it!
this discussion, but before we do that, you guys have a discussion. What did you guys think of Watch Dogs?
Looks good.
Everyone go, whatever.
It looks good. I
It
haven't
looks
seen
damn
anything
good.
else aside from that trailer, but it looks really good in some of that gameplay.
Yeah, I haven't seen the entire trailer, but what I've seen seems pretty awesome. I mean, the fact that you can pretty much control everything, and the AI is smart enough to actually react accordingly to a lot of situations seems pretty promising. I mean, for instance, like you can shut off cell phone signals and get people to move around, like stuff like that. It's pretty interesting. So I'm very excited about the whole hacking aspect.
Okay. For people who don't know what is Watch Dogs, what is Watch Dogs?
It's kind of this it seems to be this sort of like GTA type Assassin's Creed thing where you play this guy who can just hack
Multiple guys.
Well, multiple
Oh,
guys?
yeah.
Alright,
Yep.
multiple guys.
Yeah.
Who can hack into like pretty much everything. Like everything in the world is digitized, everything's part of a system, and so everything's vulnerable, and he as these people, you can hack into them and you can do anything. You can like control street lights, you can access personal information by looking at people, you can jam radio frequencies, you can do whatever, like everything. And it's kind of like, it seems to be like a GTA Assassin's Creed kind of thing. Like you have this open GTA city, but you have targets that you have to go like eliminate and shit. It looks awesome.
Alright, that sounds pretty cool. I will absolutely look at the trailer after discussion's done. But back to topic on hand. What was the most impressive thing you saw at E3? Brad, what impressed you?
I would have to say, besides Watch Dogs, because everyone knows that's amazing. The most impressive thing I saw was probably The Last of Us. Finally seeing gameplay of that and not just a cinematic really like sealed the deal and how awesome it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The game looks crazy awesome. Fatty, how about you?
For me, yeah, Ubisoft had a lot of great games. I'm really looking forward to Assassin's Creed 3. My favorite part though is just like learning more about the Wii U. I think it's like a very cool system, and I'm pretty excited to see how it all works out, like in terms of games and how the peripheral of the gamepad's going to be used. So for me, I'm really excited about the Wii U.
All right, Samir.
Yes.
Most impressive thing.
Aside from Watch Dogs, I mean, I got to take a look at a little bit of the Halo gameplay footage and a little more explanation about that. I've been meaning to actually take a look at the Borderlands 2. And yeah, it's finding out some new details about the Wii U. The Nintendo Wii U.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw a bit more on like I saw an interview with the writer of Borderlands. Is that the Anthony, the brother, in Hey Ash, what you're doing or what you're playing? So that's actually kind of cool. And Ash is actually going to do a voice in the game, so that's kind of cool. I kind of hope. I hope Papa Birch is there too.
Oh hell yeah, Papa Birch is the best.
He better be the final boss.
That would be amazing.
But yeah, most impressive thing. Probably Last of Us and Beyond, both of those. Even though I don't have PS3, those games look pretty cool. And if the PS3 gets any cheaper, I would consider picking it up just to pick up like all the games I missed out on PS3, like Infamous, those two games, Heavy Rain, and so on. And let's see, what else? And let's just give E3 2012 a final rating. Brad, go.
A rating for the whole conference. Wow. It was actually a really mediocre year this year. I'm gonna have to go with C-. Like, it was mediocre and not in a good way.
Alright, Fatty, how about you?
I don't know. I really liked E3 this year. I thought they had a lot of great games. I really liked it. I'm gonna give it like a 9. I'll give it a 9. It was really good. I mean, there were some things I obviously didn't like, but there was enough good to outweigh the bad.
Alright, Elly, you?
I'll give it a C+, since I'm not just counting the actual conferences, I'm counting all the smaller, developers, like Sega, Atlas, whoever else, I don't give a shit. Their games that are coming out, I'm looking forward to. And they have, demos and trailers and stuff like that, especially for Jet Set Radio. Ooh. So...
Yeah, didn't they announce that, mostly all of the soundtrack's going to be on there?
Yes, actually, all the soundtrack for the worldwide, which includes, the US soundtrack, the Japanese soundtrack, and the European soundtrack is going to be in it, except for Yappy Feet by David Soul and Many Styles by Obi-Wan. The reason why they couldn't get Yappy Feet, especially since they have all the other David Soul songs, is because they wanted more money for it, and Sega tried to work out a contract with them, and they're renegotiating over and over again, and they wouldn't give it up. So they were being assholes. So we're not getting those 2 songs.
Wow, that sucks. But it could be worse. You could get a completely different soundtrack.
That is true, but then on the other hand, we have to deal with Dragula again.
Dragula.
I thought people liked that song.
Steve.
I don't know.
No.
Dragula was only good with Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Where did I leave off? Samir.
Yo.
Alright, over, final rating of E312.
If we're looking at the big 3, it's not really worth watching, but I mean, some games I'm looking forward to seeing, and some are being shown. So for the big 3, it's an for everyone else, so it's a meh.
Alright. And I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna have to give it 3 out of 6. Microsoft, yeah. PlayStation did pretty good. Nintendo did alright, but I wish there was just more of a wow factor. But there really wasn't. But we did learn some cool new stuff, and I'm okay with that. And alright, I think that's about it. Does anyone want to add anything?
Nope, I think I'm good.
Oh wait, did you guys see like the trailers for or like info on Game and Wario?
I saw info on it, but I'm just like, meh.
I saw info on it, but I want to see gameplay. Is there trailers?
Well, I checked this morning. I didn't see anything. But there's some screenshots. It looks more or less like all they replaced micro games with actual mini games. And it's gonna be kind of like a more expanded version of WarioWare. That's all I can tell, really.
As long as 9Volt's in it.
I'm pretty sure it'll be in there.
Of course.
Oh, I know we didn't talk about it, but Star Wars 1313, I saw gameplay of that like last night. Dear God, that game is beautiful.
Yeah, I can't wait for that one.
Oh my God, beautiful.
But you know what? You have to keep in mind, though, the gameplay that's shown is through a computer.
Exactly. Fuck your consoles.
Well, I'm just saying, for those that care.
Alright, can you talk a bit about Star Wars 1313? Like, what makes it so special?
It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah, you're pretty much playing through an amazing movie. That's pretty much what it is.
Like, the graphics on it are insane.
I don't know how they did it. It's pretty crazy.
And they've taken a lot of pride in the fact that, like, the graphics are all in-engine, real-time. It's not rendered cutscenes or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they take a lot of pride in the fact that the game transitions so smoothly between actual gameplay and cutscenes that the player will have to wonder when they're in control and when they're not fully in control. But it just looks like amazing. Oh my God.
You didn't know what developers doing it?
LucasArts. Duh.
Oh, alright.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. Alright, so with that, there's some new reviews. Everyone say goodbye.
Later.
Bye.
Adios. And
Bye.
I was delayed.
Alright, there we go.